Welcome back. As you know, I am Eli, the computer guy, here for your daily dose of the RARs. As we look at the technology news and ask ourselves, is this what winning looks like? Is this what winning looks like? Maybe I don't understand what the definition of winning is. Is this winning? Is this winning? Anyways, I think this is an interesting story. To be clear with a lot of this, I'm kind of surprised that iRobot is still around, that Roombas are still around. They're garbage. They're trash. Just to be clear, I had a Roomba back in the day. It was worthless. It went in the trash can. It was so goddamn bad. But anyways, it does appear that Roomba is now bankrupt. And in the modern world of American economics, you know what that means. Yeah, the American robotics company is being purchased by the Chinese robotics company. Because that's Trump's America. Anyways, coming from NPR, Roomba maker files for bankruptcy weighed down by debt and tariffs. Oh my golly, when you lump massive amounts of tariffs on taxes onto a company, it makes it harder for them to do business. Surprise, surprise. The U.S. company that put robot vacuums into American homes has hit the skids. And now to be clear, they're garbage. They're trash. I never understood the Roomba, really. They got jammed under furniture. Again, you get a modern American house. I don't get what the point is. Don't get me wrong. If you had a Roomba running around warehouses, right? So back when I had my little company, a lot of our businesses, especially in Baltimore, would have light industrial facilities or warehouse facilities. If you have the equivalent of a Roomba running around warehouses, that makes a lot of sense. They really do get fucking dirty and disgusting. There's a lot of open space for these Roombas to run around in. Basically, if you just had a 24/7 bot just cleaning up dirt, I really don't think anybody's gonna complain. You know, that would be a great thing. Maybe if you're like in a retail center or something like that, a retail store, maybe having a Roomba running around every once in a while, that would make a little bit of sense. I have to say, having a Roomba in a house, I don't get it. Unless you retrofitted a warehouse to be your house and then basically didn't put anything in the house, then maybe that makes sense. But yeah, the Roombas are kind of a weird thing to begin with. But anyways, the maker of Roomba, called iRobot, has filed for bankruptcy about 2 years after its failed merger with Amazon. The company has struggled to keep up with foreign rivals, its hefty debt, and new costs of tariffs. The firm is now being taken over by its main manufacturer based in China. Good. Now, there is no ambiguity about whether iRobot is actually an American company or a Chinese company now. It's a Chinese company, assuring owners that its devices will keep running as usual. Most Roombas are manufactured in Vietnam, so the company faced new import fees under President Trump's trade regime. In its bankruptcy filing, the company says it owes U.S. Customs and Border Protection $3.4 million in unpaid tariffs. So basically $3.4 million in taxes put on them by the Trump administration is one of the things that killed them. One of them. iRobot also owes nearly $100 million to the supplier taking over the firm called Shenzhen Pika Robotics. In recent years, iRobot has struggled financially. Smart vacuums from foreign rivals, especially Chinese ones, often came at cheaper prices. And hey, I gotta find that to be okay. I mean, if you're gonna buy a piece of garbage, if you're gonna buy a device that is fundamentally a piece of garbage and gonna go in the trash can anyway, you might as well get the budget version. If you're gonna throw away your robot, you might as well throw away the $20 robot versus the $500 robot. That just makes economic sense. Amazon's offer to buy iRobot for $1.4 billion fell apart last year under scrutiny from European and U.S. competition regulators. And this is the other thing we see, again, with our governments, just kneecapping our own industries. No, we're not going to let Amazon buy iRobot. If Amazon buys iRobot, that will limit competition. They would prefer iRobot goes bankrupt and gets acquired by the Chinese company. Because that is Western industrial policy in 2025. Yeah, this is the kind of stupid stuff we see nowadays. iRobot was left with over a $200 million loan it had taken to sustain itself during the merger review. So it had a $200 million loan because it thought it was going to get merged with Amazon. Amazon was going to pay him $1.4 billion. The Western bureaucrats came in and said, oh no, that's going to decrease competition. And so iRobot went bankrupt. All year, the firm has been losing money. In the latest quarter, iRobot reported its revenue declined by 33% in the U.S. In March, it had begun warning of a possible bankruptcy, citing worries about consumer demand, competitors, and tariffs. As part of the bankruptcy plan, iRobot will go private to become part of Picea. The Chinese firm makes competing household devices under its own brand 3i, and on its website lists other brands such as Shark, Anchor, which makes the U-Fi vacuums. So again, because the Western bureaucrats would not allow iRobot to be purchased by Amazon because of competition, it is now being purchased by the Chinese company that also owns all of these other brands that basically do the same stuff. So now we're going to have less competition, and it's going to be coming from the Chinese companies. So yeah, that is currently what is going on with the Roomba maker. I don't know. It's kind of curious. It's interesting to see these technology companies come and these technology companies go. The thing that I find most interesting about this, though, is just to see how our bureaucrats deal with these issues and how poorly they are dealing with these issues to literally a comical degree. So instead of being able to save this company, they literally killed it. It's one of the interesting things that I find. I talk about this with the progressives. Again, I live in Asheville, so I find progressives to be hilarious. And progressives are very serious, right? There are proper ways to freeze to death. If you're going to freeze to death, by God, they're going to make sure you do it in the proper fashion. Like, you think about this here with, after the flood, Helene came through, and then we had people, like, living in sheds. Like, they just found, like, sheds to fucking live in. And this isn't, like, the normal homeless people. These are people that had 40-hour jobs and cars and houses and the whole 9 yards, and all of a sudden their house went the fuck down the river, right? So anyways, they were living in sheds. Literally, you had the county health inspectors coming out and condemning their sheds. These sheds are not up to the standards that we accept for health and human hygiene or whatever. And the people were like, yeah, but it's all we got. It's all we got. And that was the thing. That's the thing that the progressives really want you to understand. Yeah, no, we will not allow you to survive in this subpar shed. It's much better that you freeze the fucking death outside the shed. Oh, fuck our government. Oh, our government is so wackadoodle at this point in time. And so I think that's a curious thing to be taking a look at here. Is again, this whole idea of coming in. Like, oh, we don't want to limit competition. And so then the company dies. And then gets acquired by China. And that's where we're at. That's where we're at in 2025. So what do you think about this with the Roombas? Are you surprised that Roomba or iRobot is going into bankruptcy now? Are you surprised that they still exist? Did you have a Roomba? Were you excited for your first Roomba and then get very disappointed? Yeah, I mean, if your robot is going to go directly from the packaging into the trash, do you want to spend $500 for that experience or $20 for that experience? I don't know. Put some thoughts down below. And then also think about that with iRobot. What the hell happened with iRobot? I think that's a curious thing with iRobot here. Because Roomba is their main product, but iRobot is the company. iRobot tried to produce a number of products over the years, and they don't seem to have gone anywhere. What do you think about that? Like with these technology companies, with kind of like a product capture, like they do this one product that there's gonna be right. The business model for that product kind of sucks, but they're trapped there, and for whatever reason, they can't escape that kind of like single product trap. I don't know. Put your thoughts down below. Do you remember I do these videos in order to fund SiliconDojo.com, authorityless, gatekeeperless, free to use your hands-on technology education that empowers you to do whatever the hell it is you want to do in Durham, North Carolina. We have a class coming up on computer vision, AI computer vision, using the Moondream model. That's coming up tomorrow. We have a class coming up on pushing AI to the edge using Raspberry Pis. We have another class coming up on programming. We're going to have our first boot camp, full day class on Introduction to Python to actually teach you how to start programming in Python. That's going to be coming up hopefully January 17th. I've got to get that locked in. Anyways, if you're interested, take a look at SiliconDojo.com and for the schedule. And if you want to support SiliconDojo.com, there is a donor box link down below. With that, see y'all later.